Welcome to the Ascent Academy shortcast where we keep climbing the mountain of life one step at a time. The people who are struggling, either they look to self-help,
Yeah,
either they look into spirituality.
yeah,
So they are often in pain. They often have a belief that there is something wrong with me
yeah,
and they want to change. They are
mm,
good, nice people looking to do good, nice
mm,
things in the world.
mm.
But they waste enormous amount of time, energy, and money
Yes,
in reading countless books,
mm,
going to countless seminars,
mm,
countless speakers, spiritual teachers,
mm,
motivational
mm,
gurus,
mm,
and
mm,
who knows what.
mm, mm.
The only thing happens is a dopamine high while they are there, and
Yes.
that fades away very quick. So you
So
feel
don't
like
pander to their
you are
story.
making change.
So don't pander to their
Yeah, but
story.
nothing happens
Mm,
at the end. So what
mm.
they are doing wrong? Because I know a lot of people come to you as well. So what
I
do you think they are doing wrong?
I think they don't
They're not
realize they
bad
don't need
people in
to.
any
No,
sense.
no, no, not at all. I don't think they realize they need themselves. That the actual person that they need to meet is themselves. So I have a little game I play on my talks, and I say, look, I can give you the name of a guru who can guarantee you enlightenment, bliss, on tap, whatever you're looking for. It's all going to be there. And everybody just looks at me like, then what are we doing sitting in your talk? And I'm like, no, trust me, this guy is really, really good. And what happens is, it builds up. And then I say, yeah, so everyone's there. Get your pens out, get your phone out. I'll tell you the name, I'll give you the phone number. Then you say it's you. And the collective disappointment, you just watch the room drop. Um, all methodologies are designed to fail. All teachers are designed to fail. And that realization that they're never going to help me has to occur in you. And you will go through untold suffering before you will accept that, because to accept that the solution lies within you means becoming responsible in the truest sense of the word. In other words, I'd say the buck stops here. There's nowhere else to go. Every talk that you've ever gone to, you've heard the way you've wanted to hear it. Every healing modality you've done, when you've suffered enough, I suppose, because your story is going to hang on. It's going to hang on. Remember, this story, you've given this story control over your life. It's going to hang on. It's going to tell you that, look, no, this is wrong. That healing modality is wrong. That teacher's wrong. Yeah, I know they're saying it's all an inward journey, but you'll never take it. And the reason you won't take it is because you know on some level your narrative disappears. And we so love our stories. There are some people who realize that that guy doesn't have my answers. It's actually me. There was a guy who came to a talk a couple of months ago, and there was a bit where he went, oh my God, I'm looking for myself, but I'm already here. And he just laughed his head off, never came into a talk ever again, because he literally realized that all of this is going to fail. This is designed to fail. This is designed to get to the point where you just go, oh my God, I'm sick and tired of this. I've heard the same stuff, the same jokes, the same stories. It's getting boring. And then there's that
Exactly. That's why
realization
I
that,
stopped doing
yeah,
podcasts.
it's there's that realization that, oh no, okay, so I do know where I've got to go. And that's a bit where you can either hide or you go, okay, let me pick up another book or let me find another teacher. When it gets difficult, that's when you're meant to go, okay, let me embrace this difficulty, because that difficulty is occurring in you. That's where the possibility of finding out who you are exists. So when this idea of seeking died, it was a meeting myself. And it was the most beautiful things because I could just relax. I could be myself. And if we really think about it, if we to really examine this, how many times are we actually ourselves? We're not. We're playing a variety of roles during the day.
Yeah.
I'm either the son, the husband, the father, the grandfather, you know, whatever, the nephew, the cousin, whatever. In that time, when did you get time to yourself? And maybe you get a few seconds before you go to bed, just as your eyes shut.
Mhm.
And I think this is, so we're not really taking our journeys, if we want to say there's a journey, in an intelligent way, because it always has to be about you. When I see a guru and I think he knows something, I'm subtly giving my power away to him. But I've got to ask myself, why have I chosen to do that? Because if I've chosen to give this benevolent figure on a stage my power, I can also take it back. But that basically means I have the idea of choice now. It also means that I have the idea of responsibility. And we're conditioned not to take responsibility. because we've been conditioned to look outside ourselves. Somebody knows, somebody else knows.
What do you say to these gurus? Like, for example, Sadhguru and all these gurus out there who just give them mantras and,
They're, they're,
new
they're,
kind
they're,
of
they're
just,
literally, they're doing what they're meant to be doing, which is that they're there to fail people. They're there to fail people. If it's like this, the idea, well, the term guru means taking you from darkness into light. When you take that person into light, you're not needed anymore. So really it's about redundancy. And sometimes some of these guys play up. So Sadhguru is like, the guy at the moment, he's on his motorbike going across America and meeting Will Smith and his family and people like that. It's all just a drama. It's like that Shakespearean quote, in the end, it's just a tale told by a fool, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. And it's really to show you that all of that's nothing. But that can sound almost like a spiritual bypass. So you're telling me my suffering is not real. If the suffering is valid, I'll sit with you. But I'll sit with you to help you realize that, you could be free of it, to eliminate it, so to speak. So the only idea of, is there a need for a teacher? There is, because you think there's a need for a teacher. When you realize there's no need for a teacher, there's no teacher. So what I find is when people
like,
start meeting themselves, I
billions,
get, well,
billions and billions. What you're saying is so counterintuitive. Billions and billions of people every day seek gurus, religion, go to temple, and all that. And
yes,
you're saying
you're
nothing
meant to
is
seek
needed.
yourself. You're meant to seek yourself. You're meant to meet yourself. If God exists inside you, what are you looking outside for? Even the way you're
Hmm.
hearing this is occurring in you. So I could be talking about apples, and because you're hearing bananas,
Yeah.
that's you. Can you take responsibility for that? And then also play with that, because we're conditioned that we've got to act a certain way or be a certain way. You're right. I don't really pander to crowds. I just, for some strange reason, this interview was coming out like this, and yet there was one a couple of days ago, and it was completely different. We have to just accept what has happened in the moment. And what we'll then find is some people will like us, some people won't like us. I can pretty much
Hmm.
hazard a guess and say that most of your guests would probably listen to us and say, no, I don't think so. But then the weirdest thing is you even use the world as well. So once upon a time, I used to be there, do talks, everything, and it was all for nothing, and that was great. Now money is being charged. There's organization, people travel in. We're looking at retreats and all that stuff. And it's all to say this will all fail you, but there is something that will not fail you. And the sooner you can realize that, the sooner you can be free of this nonsense. So that's what occurred to me, and that's what I'm passing on, which is you don't need this.
Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed my exchange with Zahir, you would love to listen to our full conversation. You'll find it by clicking the link in the description below. See you there.